Hey Wild-Hearted Yogis, it's Alexis and I'm back with another intermediate flow for you. This one we're going to be focusing on tree pose and testing our balance in tree pose. So if you have a block or a book that you can use for later on in the flow, it's going to be helpful to just mess around with your balance and to just take the risk of trying something new. And yeah, make sure you have a mat and some water, and we're going to go ahead and get started on our mats. So come on over and yeah, we'll have some fun. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started in child's pose. So bring your knees out wide. Bring your big toes to touch behind you and settle your hips back over your heels. And then from that depth, see if you can crawl your hands forward and press down through the heels of your hands so that your hips stay back over your heels. And then drop your forehead down, third eye center, kisses the mat. Take a really long child's pose in your side body. So reach your fingertips all the way towards the upper corners of your mat and feel the intercostal muscles between your ribs stretch open. Keep crawling them forward so that you get the stretch even in your armpits. And today, because we're going to be playing with balancing in tree, see if you can set an intention around taking a risk, around trying something out of your comfort zone. I recently did this with my business, and it's scary. It's scary to do something that you're not sure of, that you don't know how people are going to receive you, and to open yourself up to criticism. And it's such an opportunity for growth. So set your eyes on a growth goal. It's just something to change and transform in yourself today. Begin your Ujjayi breath here. Constrict your throat muscles. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, making that whisper sound. And that's the activation we have in the throat. Ujjayi breath also takes you activating your bandhas. So your Uddiyana bandha, or your abs right between your belly button and your pubic bone. Draw that in. And keep that engaged as you make that whisper sound in your breath. It's going to take it to the next level. With all of that activation in your throat and in your low belly, crawl your left hand to stack over your right. And breathe this Ujjayi breath, this victorious breath, into your left side body. Slither your left hip back. And crawl your left fingertips closer to the right side of your mat. And bring both hands back to center. And then draw the right hand to stack over the left. Stretch through the right armpit, the right side body. Keep the low belly engaged as you deepen your Ujjayi breath. Maybe exhaling out for 6 counts or more. And slowly walk your right hand back over to the right. Forehead comes to center. We're going to move organically, just coming in and out of child's pose and drawing your toes up over your glutes. So on your inhale, press through the heels of your hands. Toes touch above your glutes. Drop your hips, open your heart. On your exhale, sink your hips back over your heels and your chest down to the mat. You can move slowly through this, linking your breath mindfully with your movement. And move from your midline, move from your core. So feel that Uddiyana bandha help to guide your movements from your center line. So pull your belly button back as you draw your hips back. And then engage the low abs and pull your hips forward as you drop them down. Open up your heart. Keep the low core engagement. And then melt your shoulders down your back as you open up your chest. One last time. When you come back to child's pose, re-engage the low abs, pull the belly button in towards the spine, and then we'll take child's pose push-up. So press through your hands and dip your heart down between your thumbs, and then press back, hips over heels. Knees stay grounded. Peel up and drop down on the exhale. Press up on the inhale, drop back on the exhale. Inhale, wave forward, and exhale, drop the chest. Inhale, press up. Exhale, drop the hips. One more. Feel free to engage the muscles around your thoracic spine and lead with your heart. Then exhale, press it back down. Come to a tabletop position, hands stack underneath your shoulders. Toes tuck under to help stretch out the bottoms of your feet. And then re-engage the low core. So pelvis tucks up and in, so it's pushing up towards your heart. And then reach your right knee out to the side. So right toes are flexed. Heel is in line with the knee. We're gonna take fire hydrant. So right knee drops to meet the left, then inhale it back up. Exhale it to drop. Stay strong through your Hasta Bandhas here. So your hand lock on the mat. Press through the L's of your hands, so your thumb and your pointer fingers, so that you take pressure off of your wrists. Take 3 more. Last 2. On this last one, straighten your right leg out to the side and draw your heel up to the sky. So heel and hip ideally in one line, and toes press towards the front of your mat. Equalize the weight in the hands, and then little pulses up from the right heel. Relax your face, and set your drishti, your gaze, at one point at the top of your mat. Keep your gaze right there as you take the pulse back. So heel is straight back from the glute now. Belly pulls up and in, retuck the pelvis to neutralize. Keep the breath flowing and free. Pause at the top. Then exhale your knee in towards your forehead. Inhale, reach the leg back. Exhale, round and curl through the spine as you draw it in. 3 more. Inhale, push back through the ball of your foot. And then exhale, use your low core to draw your knee up and in. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, contract everything in. And slowly drop that knee. And we'll go to the left side. Re-equalize the weight between the hands and stack the shoulders over the wrists, and then draw the knee up out to the side. Flex the toes, ankle and knee in one line. On your inhale, reach the knee a little higher, and then exhale, draw it to meet the right. Inhale, reach it up, and exhale, draw it down. Gaze is set and soft a few inches in front of your mat to prevent tension from being stored up in the face. Use your breath to move this tension through and out of your mouth. Last 3, 2, and hold it at the top. Straighten that left leg out. So heel and glute in one line. Press back through the Hasta Bandhas, your hand locks, so that you're rooted in your foundation. And then pull the toes closer to the front. Little here. Eyes of the elbows rotate towards the front. Last 3. And then last 1. Slowly take that pulse back. So heel and glutes in one line on the left side. Re-engage through the pelvis. So that Mula Bandha, that root lock, is the muscles around your perineum, your pelvis muscles all the way at the base of your spine. Pull them up and in, and then draw your knee to nose. Inhale, reach it back. Knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull it in. Last one. And round and curl. And drop that left knee. We'll take one cow pose and one cat pose. So rotate your hands like they're on jars, so your pointer fingers face the front. And inhale, drop your belly for cow. Then exhale, press through the base of your wrists, and your thoracic spine will reach towards the ceiling for cat. And come back to neutral tabletop. Keep your hands where they are, step your feet back, high plank. Root down, back through the Hasta Bandha. So through those hand locks, feel that foundation solidify. Grip through your fingers so that you take pressure off of your wrist, and wave your weight forward over the balls of your feet. Pull your belly button up and in. And plant your left hand in the center of your mat. Open up to side plank. Right arm will reach high to the sky. Flex all 10 toes towards your shins and press your right hip up to the sky. So you rainbow out through your left side. Set your drishti, your gaze, up at your top thumb. And then take your right foot up to hover and stamp it to the side. So you're in Wild Thing. Root down through the blade edge of your left foot. And use your right foot to press your hips higher to the sky. Slowly come back to a high plank. Take your time. Right foot and left foot meet at the back of your mat. Pull the pit of your belly up and in. And then place your right hand in the center of your mat. Your left arm will reach high to the sky. Start with your feet stacked and your left hip reaching up towards the ceiling. So you get the hip height and the engagement through the core, and then see if you can hover that left foot. And take it behind you, stamp it down, and press your hips up for Wild Thing. Drishti, gaze, such an important tool to help guide our alignment, is set at the ceiling for this pose or at your top thumb. And come back to high plank slowly with control, feet come together. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And pedal out your feet by dropping one heel down and bending the opposite knee, and then switching it out. This pedaling has a purpose. It opens up the calves and the hamstrings. And it takes a little bit of pressure out of the legs so that you can re-engage through your Hasta Bandhas, your hands, and set those up to draw your chest close to your thighs. And come to stillness in your downward facing dog. Set your drishti between your feet. And then bring your gaze between your hands. Step your feet to meet your hands for ragdoll. Feet are at hips width distance, and then root down through the Pada Bandhas. So your feet are suctioned to the mat. You can lift your toes up to ensure that, and then place them down. And grab opposite elbows, swing side to side. Shift the weight into your toes so that you get more space and access to drop your chest closer to your thighs. And then if you notice that you've come back into your heels, just try again. Shift the weight back into the balls of your feet and into your toes. Maybe your heels even slightly lift up. And it creates the space to drop your chest down and the crown of your head so you can get a deeper expression of this pose. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet to touch. And then draw your left foot behind your right so that your ankles are crossed. Take an IT band stretch here. Fingertips will crawl over towards the right side. Chest will follow it. You'll feel the stretch in the outside of your left hip, your left IT band. See if you can keep both legs straight and both feet Pada Bandhas pressing into the mat. Return your hands back to center. Keep your feet crossed and come up to mountain pose. So a little bit of balancing work here. Use your Uddiyana Bandha, your abdominal lock, to pull your belly up and in. Then on your exhale, lead with your heart, forward fold. Hands draw through heart center. Hands come to the ground, and on your inhale, left leg reaches up to the sky for standing splits. Hasta Bandha is suction to the mat. So find that your hands are another base or a foundation here for standing splits. So if you need to bend your right knee, do that. Gaze is set on your right knee. Your left foot is peeling up towards the sky. Dip the left hip down slightly so that it's in line with the right. And you'll know that the feet are square, or the hips are square, mind me, because your left pinky toe is reaching down and your toes are flexed. And you can see that with your gaze, with your left eye. And slowly draw your left foot back to come into a low lunge. Maybe crawl your right foot forward a little bit. And plant your left hand in the center of the mat. Heel open to a grounded twist. Lift the left hip point up so that it's in line with the right. And then draw your right shoulder back and down. Melt it towards your hips. Drishti is set at the top thumb, so take a breath in as you look up. Then exhale, half split. Drop the back knee, flex your right toes, and hips come back and down over the heel, or they can stay lifted. So you choose the variation that works for you. Find your flat back by crawling your fingertips closer to your right ankle. And re-engage the muscles around the thoracic spine. Press down through the right foot. Untuck the left toes and inhale the arms towards the biceps for crescent moon. Sorry, the arms, the biceps towards the ears is what I meant. Sink low into the left hip so you feel the left hip flexor start to open up. And bend more through the right knee to deepen the expression. Lift the sternum up, take the gaze between the hands. On your breath in, lengthen. On your breath out, come up and back with your thumbs. Plant your hands, step it back, high plank. And exhale to low plank. Elbows draw in towards your ribs. Press back up to high plank. And exhale, low plank with control. Keep the heart pulling through the hands. Press back up, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Re-engage through the Uddiyana Bandha. An upward facing dog on your inhale. Press to the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll over your toes. Inhale, look to your hands. And on your exhale, step, jump, hop to the top. Halfway lift with a flat back. Press into your shins. And exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps behind the left. And take the IT band stretch on this side. Crawl the fingertips over to the left. Shift the weight back into the heels. You keep both feet rooted to the mat. So Pada Bandhas are suctioned and foundational. And then right hip flexor, right outside of the hip is stretching, IT band. And crawl the fingertips forward. Inhale up to mountain pose. Belly pulls in for stability. And exhale, lead with the heart, forward fold. Drop your hands. Inhale, reach your right foot up to the sky for standing splits. Right pinky toe draws down. So you can see your toenails at the back of your mat because they're flexing towards your shin. That's why you can see all of them. And then set your gaze on your left knee. Keep rotating the right hip down and the right heel up to the sky. Big step back for low lunge. You can crawl that left foot forward so that you get the joint stack, knee over ankle. Plant the right hand down and inhale, peel the left arm up to the sky. Re-engage through the low core, so pull the belly button up and in. Look up to your top thumb. Press the back of your right knee to the sky. And then drop your hand and your right knee and come to half splits. Flex the left toes, draw the left hip back or hover it. Crawl fingers towards ankle. Shoulders come out of the ears. And gaze is set towards the front of your mat. Bend back through the left knee. Untuck the right toes and come to crescent moon. Inhale, reach long through your middle fingers. So middle fingers, longest fingers, everything else will follow. Keep reaching up through that. And drop your right hip down. Set the gaze between your hands. On your inhale, lengthen through your side bodies. On your exhale, take it up and back with your thumbs. And plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the quads up off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Move through that one breath per movement. Linking your inhales with a pose and your exhales with a pose. So inhale, look between your hands. On your exhale, step, jump, hop to the top. Halfway lift, press the tailbone back. Exhale, forward fold. Cross the left foot behind the right, and then inhale straight to mountain pose. Root down through your feet to rise, and root down through your feet to hinge from the hips and fold. Sweep the left leg up to the sky for standing splits on your inhale. On your exhale, take a big step back for low lunge. Left hand plants. Inhale, look up to your top thumb for grounded twist. On your exhale, back knee drops. Shift the weight, flex the right toes for half splits. Bend through the right knee, untuck the back toes. Crescent moon on your inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. All the way to low plank. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend and hover your knees. And then take a hop to the top. Halfway lift, breath in. And fold, breath out. Cross your right foot behind your left and root to rise, mountain pose. Find the stability by sucking your belly button in towards your spine and fold forward. Release the right leg up on your inhale. Exhale, big step back, rounded twist. Plant the right hand. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale, drop the back knee and shift back to half splits. Flex the left toes. Crawl forward to crescent moon. Reach your arms up and back on your inhale. And exhale, chaturanga. It takes you all the way to low plank. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. One more time through each side. And set the intention of being playful here, taking some risks. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, hover those knees and hop. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Left foot behind the right. Cross-legged mountain pose on your inhale, rise. And exhale, hands come through to heart center and fold. Inhale the left leg high for standing splits. Then exhale, big step back, low lunge. Sweep the heart up to the sky as you open up, grounded twist. Inhale. Exhale, right arm drops, flex the toes. Then drop that right knee over the right ankle. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Splay the collarbones open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend the knees and just go. Step feet to hands or hop. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Right foot crawls behind the left. Come to mountain pose with crossed legs. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, standing splits. Right leg reaches. And big step back for low lunge. Plant the right hand, grounded twist, inhale. Exhale, drop that knee. Shift the weight back, move from the core for half splits. And crescent moon. Take an arcing crescent moon. Reach the heart up between the hands. And chaturanga flow. Exhale takes you to low plank. And upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. From downward facing dog, take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth, let something go. Inhale, look between your hands. On your exhale, bend and hover and then hop or step to the top. Just go. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Sweep your fingertips down and at the same time, sink your hips back so that you're sitting in chair pose at your deepest expression. So your knees are over your ankles, your hips are back and down. Uddiyana Bandha is activated, so belly button up and in towards the spine. Biceps by your ears, open up through your collarbones. Set your gaze on the horizon right in front of you. So just pick a point and keep your eyes right there. Plug your upper arm bones into your shoulder sockets. Feel your chest open up when you do that. And take an inhale. And then exhale, gaze stays right where it is. Come up onto your tippy toes. Arms sweep back like airplane arms for drinking bird. So hips draw low towards the heels. Belly pulls in. Maybe your legs start to talk to you. And keep your heels high. Reach your arms back up for tiptoe chair. Hips stay right where they are. And breathe. And drop your right heel down. Sweep your arms back. Crescent with airplane arms. So stance is long. Left leg back. Right thigh parallel to the mat. Set the gaze a few inches in front of your right foot and lift your triceps to the sky. Keep your legs right where they are. Inhale your arms up for crescent lunge. Maybe take a longer stance. So crawl your right toes forward. Then energetically squeeze your inner thighs together. So they're not going to touch, but you're going to feel the isometric contraction start to happen. Feel your inner thighs light up and engage. And then on your exhale, extended pyramid pose. Lead with your heart. Straighten through your right leg. Look towards the back of your mat. Hands will frame your right foot. And keep that Uddiyana Bandha active, so pull your belly up and in. Feel that gives you more space to draw your right hip back and your left hip forward. Bend through your right knee, exalted warrior. Right hand comes behind the back. Left bicep comes by your ear. Hips stay low. Ungrip the front toes. And keep the front knee bent, open up warrior two. Maybe wiggle your left foot back. Set your gaze over your right middle finger. So see the finger, see the shine of your fingernail. Set your gaze there and slow down your breath. Sink a little bit lower into the front knee. And open up for star. Press out through the blade edge of both feet. Lift your sternum up as you inhale. On your exhale, lateral lunge to the back. So bend through your left knee. All 10 toes point towards the left side of your mat. Hips sink back and down. So first push them back and then drop them down. Arms tee out. Find an up dog in your chest. Inhale to star. On your exhale, lateral lunge twist to the front. So bend your right knee. Left hand touches right foot. Right arm reaches up for a twist. And gaze will follow the hand, so look to your right thumb. Belly pulls in. Turn your right foot so it faces 12 o'clock and come onto the ball of your left foot. Reach your arms forward for turbo crescent. Peel that right hip back, left hip forward. And activate all of the muscles around your arm bones. So your upper arm bone muscles are active, your forearm bone muscles are active, your fingertips are reaching. And then exhale, drop the hands, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg reaches high. Ground down through your left heel. Find that Hasta Bandha lock. Press through the thumb and the pointer fingers on both hands. And exhale your right knee to your right tricep. Maybe pull it up a little bit more towards your right armpit, see if that's possible. Come to the blade edge of your left foot. Open up for side plank. So try not to touch that foot down as you transition. Keep the right knee up and hover it over the left. And stack the sole of the right foot to the inside of your left thigh for tree leg side plank. Take an inhale, look up to your top thumb. Exhale to high plank with tree legs. Keep the tree legs. Low plank with tree legs. Release the tree legs, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend and hover those knees, and then launch, hop to the top. Halfway lift, breath in, and fold, breath out. Inhale to chair pose. Fingertips sweep down as your hips sink back, so you're super low in your chair when your arms arrive by your ears. And set that gaze maybe at the exact same point as the last chair, right there on your horizon. And come up onto the balls of your feet. Lift your heels up high and sweep your arms back for drinking bird. Palms shine down towards the floor and lift your fingernails to the ceiling. Keep the depth in your chair on the lower half of your body. Just change the upper half of your body. Biceps come up by your ears, tiptoe chair. On your exhale, left foot plants, right foot steps back, crescent with airplane arms. Make micro adjustments here in your hips by drawing the left hip slightly back, right hip slightly forward. And then scissoring those inner thighs together. Feel the energy like they're magnets. They're attracting towards one another, so feel them come together. And then keep that engagement, crescent lunge. Biceps up by the ears. Zip up through the midline by knitting your front ribs together. And keep that knit. Lead with your heart. Come to extended pyramid pose. Back heel stays right where it is, right over the back toes. You're in a long pyramid stance. Look back at the space between the center of your mat and your right foot. Feel your inner thighs magnetize. Feel them draw together. And keep that engagement, bend through the left knee, exalted. Right bicep comes by the ear. Chest starts to square off towards the left side of your mat. Hips stay low, front knee is bent. Keep the front knee bent, open up, warrior two. You might need to change the back leg orientation a little bit. That's perfect. Once you find the depth of this pose, stay. And then make little tweaks. Belly button pulls up in towards your spine. So your pelvis bowl will pull up towards your face. Look over your left middle finger and keep your gaze right there. And press up, star. Exhale, lateral lunge to the back. Tee out the arms, bend your right knee. Push the hips back, then let gravity help you sink them down. Blade edge of the left foot is knitted to that mat, so it's all the way rooted.
And come up, star, inhale. Exhale, lateral lunge, twist to the front. Front knee bends. Right hand touches the left foot. Left arm sweeps to the sky, gaze follows it. Feel the inner leg line on the right side start to stretch the groin muscles. Get a little hello. And then front foot comes to 12 o'clock turbo. Chest is peeled up off the thigh. They're parallel, but they're not touching. Gaze is set a few inches in front of your mat to keep the spine long. Drop your hands, three-legged dog. Left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, left knee, left armpit or tricep. The highest possible height you can get on the back of your left arm. Keep it there at that height as you open up to side plank. Your left leg can straighten as you sweep up with the left hip. And then draw your left foot in, avoiding your knee for tree leg side plank. And drop your lifted hand, tree leg high plank to low plank. Release tree legs up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna flow through that, 1 breath per movement. As an access to trying something new and being playful, take these poses to your edge. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend and hover your knees. Grip with your fingers and float. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Chair pose. Inhale, biceps by the ears, thumbs point back. Then exhale, come up onto your tippy toes, shine the palms down, reach the triceps towards the sky. Keep your heels high, tiptoe chair. Inhale, biceps by the ears. And exhale, airplane the arms, sweep the left foot back, crescent lunge legs. Come to full crescent lunge on your inhale. Drop through the left side of your psoas. And then exhale, extended pyramid pose. Micro bend in the front knee, drop the chest. Exalted warrior, wrap the right arm behind the back, left bicep by the ear, inhale. Exhale, keep the bend in the front knee, open up warrior 2. Inhale, star. Exhale, lateral lunge to the back, bend your left knee. Inhale, back to star, lift through the sternum. Then exhale, twist in your lateral lunge to the front, right knee bends, right arm sweeps up and back. Turn the right foot forward, reach the arms forward for turbo crescent on your inhale. Then exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, right leg sweeps up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to tricep right side. Come onto the blade edge of the left foot. Side plank on the inhale, right leg hovers. Exhale, tree legs to high plank. Low plank, bend the elbows. Up dog, press through the tops of your feet. Down dog, hips up and back. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend and hover those knees. Heels touch and then hop to the top. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Chair pose, ride your inhale up. And exhale, sweep your arms back, heels lift. Keep your heart shining forward, tiptoe chair. Depth in the hips, high on the heels. Exhale, right leg sweeps back, arms sweep back, crescent airplane arms. Inhale to crescent lunge. Torso stacks over the hips. And exhale, extended pyramid pose. Hands frame the front foot. Exalted warrior, bend back through the left knee. Turn the chest towards the left. And exhale, warrior 2. Big, strong stance. Inhale to star. Exhale, lateral lunge to the back. Inhale, back to star pose. Explode up through the feet and the hands. Then exhale, twist, right hand, left foot. Left arm sweeps high. Foot draws forward. Arms reach out like you're holding something super important between your hands. You don't want to drop it. And exhale, drop the hands. You let it go. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale it to the tricep. And keep that left knee lifted. Open up for side plank. Exhale to tree legs, avoiding the knee. And come to high plank, inhale. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Continuing to build our inner fire. Keeping the vinyasa. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, hover, then hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, zip up through the midline. Engage the Uddiyana Bandha. Keep it engaged, sweep the arms back, come high up onto the tippy toes. Stay really high, tiptoe chair. Arms come forward. Exhale, drop the right heel, sweep the left leg back. And inhale to crescent lunge. Low in the hips, find the depth of the expression. And then extended pyramid pose, hands frame the front foot. Bend through the front knee, exalted, left bicep by the ear. Exhale, stick the landing, warrior two, open up. Inhale, star. Exhale, lateral lunge to the back. Inhale to star. Exhale, twist in your lateral lunge to the front, right arm high. And turbo, find the balance as you transition. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge, hands drop. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale it to the tricep. Come onto the blade edge, express out. Inhale. Exhale, tree legs. Inhale, high plank, keep your tree legs, and then bend the elbows, low plank, tree legs. Upward facing dog, release. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend, hover, hop. Halfway lift, fold. Chair, your body knows where to go, so trust your intuition. Sweep your arms back. Come onto your tippy toes, drinking bird. Tiptoe chair on the inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the left foot, sweep the arms back, right foot follows. Crescent lunge. Gaze set is between the hands, up and back. Then exhale, extended pyramid pose, drop the chest. Bend the left knee, right bicep up and over, look towards the left. And then exhale, keep the bend, open up warrior two. Left thigh is parallel to the mat. Star pose, inhale. Exhale, lateral lunge to the back. Low in those hips. Press up to star on your breath in. Exhale, right hand touches left foot. Find your lateral lunge twist. And turn the feet, reach forward for turbo. Inhale. Exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg up and back. Exhale into that same tricep. And then spin, open. Whoops. Spin, open. Side plank. Take tree legs. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. One more time through before we change it up. Step into the fire that you've built so that you can transform. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend, hover, and hop. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair pose, biggest breath in as you reach up. Exhale, drinking bird. Sweep your feet up as you sweep your arms back. And then keep the heel height. Come to chair pose with tiptoe feet. Exhale, right foot plants, step the left foot back. And crescent lunge, keep the joints stacked on the right side. Press through your right foot to lift up through your hips. And through your side bodies, keep them long. Extended pyramid pose and fold. Make this fluid, exalted. Inhale, look over to the right. And exhale, open up warrior two, nice and deep. Star pose. Exhale, lateral lunge to the back. Inhale to star. Exhale, lateral lunge, twist to the front, right arm high. Fancy footwork, come to the front. 12 o'clock in both feet. Inhale, turbo. Exhale, low lunge. Right leg sweeps up, three-legged dog. Exhale it to the same tricep, and then open up to that same side. Side plank, left hand down, right hand up. Take tree legs. Drop the right hand on your inhale, high plank, tree legs, then low plank, bend the elbows. Up dog, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, bend and hover, heels kiss as you hop. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold, breath out. Chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, sweep them back. Stay low in the hips. Maybe they come towards the heels. And keep the depth. Inhale, tiptoe chair. Feel the bottoms of your feet stretch. Then exhale, left foot plants, right foot sweeps back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Keep the joints stacked on the left side. Then exhale, micro bend through the front knee. Drop the hands, extended pyramid. Inhale, exalted. Look up towards that top thumb, so keep the drishti there. And switch it to your front foot as you open up for warrior two, or front hand that is. Inhale, open. Exhale, drop. Inhale, star. Exhale, lateral lunge, twist to the front. Inhale to turbo, and then exhale to low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Then spin open to side plank. Right hand is the foundation. You can take tree legs right away and look up. And come to high plank, inhale. Exhale, low. Release tree legs, up dog. Down dog, exhale. Take 2 breaths here, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. This time, lion's breath. In through your nose. Exhale, tongue touches your chin. We're gonna flow through that one more time with a few changes. We'll start here in downward facing dog. So inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, bend and hover those knees. So find that you're in a crouch pose. Down through your Hasta Bandhas. Feel the root lock. And then jump and float, feet to hands. Halfway lift on your breath in, fold on your breath out. Chair pose, little sliver of space between your heels, arms reach up. And shift the weight into your heels. Take the weight out of your toes so that you can peel your toes up off the mat and start to sink the hips lower, lower and lower until they come all the way down onto your mat, and you can come to boat pose. The balls of the feet press towards the front of your space. You can grab the backs of your thighs to set up. For me, this gives me access to pulling my heart closer to my thighs so that I have a flat back. And when I feel like my alignment is set, I release my hands, palms shine to the sky, right by my sides. And if you'd like to straighten your legs, flex your toes, press out through the balls of your feet, keep your heart shining towards your toes. Take an inhale. Exhale, low boat, hover the feet and the shoulders. Inhale to high boat. And exhale to low boat and hover. Inhale, high boat. Use that Uddiyana Bandha to help you lift through the core. Then exhale, low boat. Inhale, high boat. And exhale, lower all the way down. We're gonna take full body rocks to get back to chair pose. You draw your knees in towards your chest and take 3 rocks. Get the momentum. And then after your 3rd rock, stamp your feet down, come to chair. You can always place your hands down if that didn't work, or just meet us in chair. And exhale, crescent with airplane arms, left leg sweeps back. Scissor those inner thighs together so you feel that energy help you to lift through your Mula Bandha, the pelvis muscles. Arms will stay back. Shift the weight to your right foot. Launch off your back foot for airplane. Lift your left hamstring higher to the sky. And ungrip your right toes from the mat so you get your Pada Bandha lock. The four corners of your feet are married to your mat on the right side. And feel that connection. And feel your femur bone plug into your hip socket on your right side to help with the lift through the standing leg. Gaze is set a few inches in front of your mat. And slowly start to bend that front knee. Drop the back foot long and come to extended pyramid pose. Shift your right hip back and your left hip forward and squeeze those inner thighs together. And look back. Set the gaze at a point at the back edge of your mat. And back heel is over the back toes. That's an adjustment that I just made. And bend back through your front knee. Keep your back heel high over your back toes. Exalted warrior. Hips stay square to the front. Start to turn your chest more towards the right side. So you're gonna feel a deeper stretch in your psoas and in your hip flexor as you do this. And that's exactly the point, right? So sink low into the hips, draw the right knee out towards the right side. Feel a deeper stretch in the psoas as you drop your hips. And we're gonna open up to warrior two. Front knee is bent. Tuck through the pelvis. So shift the belly button up and in. Pelvis bowl comes towards your face. Arms reach out really wide. Bend through that front knee. And inhale, press up to start. And on your exhale, tee out your arms. Press your heart forward. And swan dive down to Prasarita, forward fold. And here, once you arrive, shimmy and shake the hips and stay in stillness, drawing your forearms down to the mat. Or grab the outside edges of your feet for a hamstring stretch. All of this is intentional for a peak pose today. So see, as you grab the outsides of your feet, shift the weight into your toes, and maybe the crown of your head touches the mat. If this is too easy, walk the feet in. If this is too challenging, walk the feet out. Slowly release your hands from your feet and place them underneath your shoulders. Inhale to a halfway lift. Tee out your arms and then come back up to star pose. On your exhale, lateral lunge to the back. Bend through your left knee. Press through the blade edge of your right foot. Then we're going to come to the back of the mat this time for turbo. So left foot will face the back of your mat, right foot will face the back of your mat, and arms will reach towards the back of your space. Chest peels up off the thigh. Then on your exhale, low lunge. And start to shift the weight into your left foot. And peel your right knee in towards your chest. Flex your right toes and come to half step. Balancing on your left knee. Feel the skin to the muscle to the bone hug in on your standing side so that there's an isometric contraction in your left quad. You feel all the muscles burning and working to help keep you lifted. And take your right ankle over your left knee and start to bend your left knee for figure four. Hands will draw through to heart center. Shift the weight into your left heel. Ungrip the toes on the left side. And then draw that right hip down in line with the left. And keep an up dog in your chest. Maybe you feel the sensation, just like I do, on the right side of my hip, my IT band. Come deeper in your chair for figure 4 here. So like there's a chair behind you, sit low. And slowly come back up to a half staff, flex the right toes. And then you can stay here and take tree either at your calf or at the inside of your left leg. Or if you want to play with balance, you can grab a block and place it under your standing leg. So your left foot will come on the block and your right foot will come into either the calf or the inside of your left leg. And you're going to feel the whole length of the bottom of your right foot meet up with the inside of your left thigh, so it's not sickling forward or back. And then draw your hands to your heart center. And see here if you can root down through the 4 corners of your feet, just like we did earlier, by suctioning your foot down into the block this time instead of the mat. And if you'd like to go further, bring your arms up to the sky. And if you'd like to take it deeper, cactus your arms and start to bring your gaze back. So you're taking a back bend here and tree on a block. In the spirit of taking a risk and trying something new, for the opportunity to transform your perspective, your practice, take your fullest expression. And slowly come back. And if you're on the block, step off of the block, remove it to the side, and take Pada Gustasana. Take your big toes with your peace sign fingers and draw your elbows out to the side. Drop your head. Pull up on your toes. Reach your elbows out towards opposite sides of the room and activate your biceps. Spin your inner thighs towards what was originally the front side of your mat. And release this forward fold. Heel toe your feet to touch and come to chair pose on your inhale. And on your exhale, lower your hips. Lower, 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 all the way down to boat pose. And see if you can take full boat pose right away this time, knowing that your chest is pushing towards your feet. Having felt that, come back to that place. Straighten your legs, then exhale to low boat. Keep them straight and engaged. Arms come down by your sides. Inhale to high boat, bring the arms up, the feet up, and exhale to low boat. Inhale to high. Exhale to low and stay here and bank your boat. Reach your right fingers towards your right foot and then bring it over to the left. Shoulders stay hovering. You're getting into the obliques, reaching from side to side, keeping your legs strong and engaged. And come back, high boat. And exhale, drop all the way down. Take your knees in towards your chest and try that rock to chair again. So 3 big full rocks to get some momentum. 2, and then 3. Plant the feet, come to chair pose. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Right foot steps back this time. Left knee is bent. Start to shift the weight into your left foot. Pull your belly button up and in towards your spine so you get that lift in the perineum, in your Uddiyana Bandha, and launch off of that back foot. That deep core lift will help you with foundational stability here. So will the Pada Bandha lock, that foot lock on the mat. And the isometric contraction in your thigh. So from the skin to the muscle to the bone. Hug in on the left side and on the right to help keep that foot lifted. Arms reach back towards that lifted foot. Slowly start to bend through that front knee. Big step back and come to extended pyramid pose. Right heel is over the back toes. And see this time if you can flex your left toes back towards your shins for a slightly deeper expression. Slightly more intense hamstring stretch. Then through your front knee, come to exalted warrior. Stay low in the hips and in the front knee. And your exhale, open up warrior two. Left thigh is parallel to the mat. Arms are reaching out long and in opposite directions. Gaze is set over the left middle finger. On your inhale, press up to star. And exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Drag your knuckles down towards your glutes and down towards the floor. On your inhale, puff up your chest and open up your throat. Then exhale, lead with your open, soft front body all the way down to Prasarita with the chest expansion. Palms can draw together to deepen, or they can come apart to lessen the intensity of that shoulder opener. And for someone with tweaky shoulders, I keep my palms open, and then I roll my shoulders out of my ears, and I engage my scapula in towards my thoracic spine. The scapula points, I draw them together. That helps to open up more through my anterior shoulder. And slowly release your hands down and come back up to star pose. And exhale, lateral lunge to the front. Bend through the right knee, tee out the arms. And we'll take turbo this time to the front. So if you need to drop your hands just like I did, you can. Then reach them forward, peel the belly up off the thigh. On your exhale, low lunge, drop the hands. Find that your right foot is zipped up on that mat and come to half staff. Strong and stable through the standing leg. Lift that right kneecap up. And lengthen through your side bodies. Make your hands alive. And take figure four, left ankle over the right knee. Left toes stay flexed and engaged. Thumbs press into the sternum. Sternum presses back into the thumbs. So you have a stable connection here through your midline, right into your heart. Shift the weight into the right heel and sink back through the left hip. Just square it off with the right. Draw the shoulders down the back, open up the chest a little bit more. Slowly come to half staff. And you can come to tree pose from here. If you want to take that balance challenge on the block, you'll take the block underneath your right foot. Find the lock on the right Pada Bandha. And then draw the left foot in. Hands can draw to heart center at first. And automatically, I lift my quad muscles up towards my hips. I plug my femur bone into my hip socket on the right side so that I have a solid foundation with which I can then express out. So draw your hands up to the ceiling to express out with me. And bend your elbows, cactus your arms. Start to look back. Left foot presses into the right thigh. When you're ready to come back, come back. And then come off your block. We'll meet in a forward fold. This time, gorilla. Hands slide under the feet. Palms press into the balls of your feet and fingers tickle the backs of your feet. And shift the weight into the toes. Spin your inner thighs towards the back of your mat. Feel that engagement, like they're magnetized together. And slowly step off of your hands and come to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. On your exhale, half pigeon. Right knee comes towards the right wrist, and left leg comes out long. Before you come into sleeping pigeon, press down through the top of your left foot, so much so that your left pinky toe nail is in the mat. And that'll help you to draw your right hip back, give you a little bit more space. And then you can fold forward, finding the deepest expression here in your low body and your hips. And turn your palms up to the sky. Open up across your back. And sometimes taking a risk is being still and silent with yourself and being present, not allowing the future or the past to take over your thoughts. And sometimes that's a risk. Sometimes being fully present can be challenging, can be scary. And it's a risk worthwhile that can offer something up that the past or the future can't offer you. And it's the access to the right here and the right now. So if your eyes are closed, open them up to be here now. And draw your chest up, walk your hands back, and sweep your left leg around for fire log pose or double pigeon. So your left ankle will come over your right knee and your shins will stack. Find that your sit bones root down into the mat so you have an equal pressure on both left and right sit bones. And I like to press my hands into the balls of both feet to keep my back flat. It helps me to draw my shoulders down my back. And this is enough for me today, but if you'd like to take it deeper, you can fold your chest over your legs and crawl your fingertips in front of you. Slowly draw your chest back so that your shoulders stack over your hips and come to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg high and take half pigeon on this side. Right foot slithers back and set up here just like you did on the other side. So press through the top of your right foot so your right pinky toenail touches down. Draw your right hip forward, your left hip back. And then slowly draw your chest down. Third eye center touches the mat. And then root down through your palms this time. So reach out, right hand towards the right, left hand towards the left. And find your Hasta Bandha here. So knowing that the earth has got your back, that you're grounded here, you're fully supported by your community, by the space that you're in. See if you can take a risk here. Open up your eyes and be right here, right now, knowing that you're
hands and your feet are touching something real. And slowly draw your hands back. Sweep your right leg around for double pigeon or fire log pose on this side. Right ankle comes over the left knee, so hangs off the side. That's really the place where you want to get your foot so that you can experience the depth of this pose. And it may mean that your shins don't come exactly together or your right knee pops up a little bit. Take the opportunity here to transform this pose for yourself by trying something new and different. So keep that ankle over the knee, and maybe hands stay back behind the sit bones today. Or if you find that you have open enough hips, you can crawl your hands forward. Or press through the balls of both feet with your hands to keep that flat back. Release both legs out towards the front of your space. Remove the flesh from your sit bones so you can root them down into the mat. Get heavy through your heels and flex your toes back towards your shins. Inhale your arms high. Then exhale up and out of your hips to fold forward. Feel the space that offers you. You can round through the back and look towards your navel. Release your feet and come all the way down onto your back. Take your time. Once you arrive, take a full body stretch. Arms sweep up overhead, toes reach. A good morning stretch. Take a big breath in. Exhale both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Grab the outside edges of your feet for happy baby. Draw your knees in towards your armpits and move around a little bit. You take the risk of being playful. If you're more serious, you feel the low back get massaged out by the earth. And stamp your left foot down. Take your right ankle up and over for a figure four supine twist. So I rotate onto the blade edge of my left foot and then just drop my right foot down. That ensures that my right knee stays lifted and pointing to the ceiling. And tee out your arms, shine your palms to the sky, look towards your right fingers. Reverse the action on your left foot by rolling the edge to the inner arch, and then drop the right foot down, left ankle over right. Figure four supine twist. Roll to the blade edge of the right foot, left foot drops beside you. Look over your left fingers. And come back to center with your left knee. And draw both feet down on the mat. And kiss the insides of your feet together, the soles of your feet. And drape your knees out to the side, Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. One hand can come to your heart, one hand can come to your belly. Take an inventory of your feelings right now. Having offered up yourself to different risks in your practice, and just see how that feels. See how it feels to accomplish something that was scary, or accomplish something that you didn't think that you can do. And know that you being here now is a testament to you achieving your goal. And come to Shavasana. Legs out long. Arms by your sides. Palms open up to receive the benefits of the practice, the energy in your space. And drop in. Feel free to stay in Shavasana. If you're ready to move out, roll over to your right or your left side, come to a fetal position. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Without too much movement, come to an easy seat in the center of your mat. Sit up tall, accomplished, proud. Shoulders out of your ears, down your back, hands at heart center. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. And draw your thumbs to your third eye center. Thank you so much for taking the chance, for taking the risk, for playing full out with me today in your practice. The wild-hearted yogi in me celebrates the wild-hearted yogi in you. Namaste.